My name's John Morrison. I'm in Temple, Texas. I'm an executive consultant with Ambit Energy. I was actually introduced to what you're fixing to be introduced to about, over 5 years ago on July the 10th, 2007, after telling two people no to even looking at Ambit Energy. I was working a full-time real estate business, working about 80 hours a week, and didn't think I had any time for anything else on my plate. My plate was full. And then on July the 10th, 2007, I received a call from a very successful multimillionaire friend that said he was coming out of retirement to take advantage of a company called Ambit Energy, and this was the phone call I'd been waiting for my whole life. Pay attention. And he set up a meeting with the CEO of the company that night, and we were so impressed. We got started right away, and now this is all we do. Ambit has changed our life. It's been the best business decision we've ever made. It's changed my family's financial picture forever. And I'm not saying that to brag or impress anybody on this webinar, but to impress upon you what you're fixing to see is very, very powerful. And I highly recommend that you get all your distractions, eliminated, silence your cell phone, and pay attention, because this information is life-changing. Now, I'm showing that it's time to get started, so let's get cranking. When we first got started, it wasn't for financial freedom or financial independence. But if that becomes a byproduct, that's not a bad thing. I mean, when your part-time income exceeds your full-time income, that's a fun problem to have. But a lot of people on this webinar, an extra $500 a month would be wonderful. So you may just desire some additional income or pay off some credit card debt, more time freedom, provide money to the charity of your choice, build a savings account. But our initial reason was our son's college fund. I mean, we were making good money in real estate. I was just doing a great job of spending every cent of it, and I didn't do a good job of setting money aside for his college education, and that was our initial goal. But financial freedom is not a bad thing either. I'm going to cover information about Ambit Energy, why we think it's the right company in an expanding industry with the perfect product, which in my opinion makes this the absolute greatest opportunity that you're ever going to see. I know that's a bold statement, and we've all heard those cliches before, but I'm fixing to prove it. So with that being said, Ambit has a vision focused on your success. I want to give you a little information about the company. And from the very founding of the company, Jerry Thompson Jr., our co-founder and chief executive officer, had a vision statement to become the finest and most respected retail energy provider in America, and folks, we're getting that done. Now, I want to give you some information about Jerry, because he's a very, he's probably the most impressive businessman I've ever met in my life. And like I said, I met him in Waco, Texas on July the 10th, 2007. And Jerry comes from a very successful business family. He has a business pedigree. He was brought up in a family that basically invented the convenience store, the Southland Corporation, which we know as 7-Eleven, over 50,000 stores around the world. And due to that business environment, he's been very successful in his own right, started his own company, Caprock Communications, back in the mid-90s, sold that for a lot of money, and now has started Ambit Energy back in 2006 with our other co-founder and chief marketing officer, Chris Chambliss, who was the executive vice president of the fourth largest telecom company in North America, the youngest company to ever get on the New York Stock Exchange at that time. And these two gentlemen bring high growth experience to the table, and they put a Fortune 500 executive team in place from day one. One of those people being our chief information officer, John Burke, who has invented a customer care and billing platform that only Ambit has. The competition has tried to purchase it. It's not for sale. He's recognized by Computer World magazine as one of the top 10 in the world, and that's a good person to have on your team. Also, Jerry and Chris wanted the absolute best when it came to customer service, and they went outside the industry to a company that was winning all of the J.D. Power and Associate Awards for customer service. That company was Southwest Airlines, and basically got Cynthia Young to come over and bring her staff from that company to Ambit Energy, and now Ambit Energy is being recognized by J.D. Power and Associates as being #1 when it comes to customer service, which is also very, very powerful. So we've got top-notch people running the show here, okay? Which means this is why Ambit's winning all of these awards and recognition. Now, I'm not going to go into all of the details, but I do want to cover one, because some of you are wondering whether this is legitimate or credible. And if you don't believe it's legitimate and credible, you're not going to believe the money I'm fixing to share with you either in just a little bit. So I just want to highlight and really focus on one thing, because little fluky fly-by-night companies do not make the Inc. 500, okay? And not only did we make the Inc. 500, we were #1 on the list. Every year, Inc. magazine and the Inc. 500 publication comes out with the fastest growing privately held companies and ranks the top 500. And every year there's 500 companies absolutely ecstatic about making the list. But Only one company can say they're number one, and in 2010, Ambit Energy was that company with over 20,000% growth. Now, what's phenomenal about this is Inc. 500 ranks these companies on their percentage of growth. So obviously, it's hard to make the list again, especially when you've got 20,000% growth, okay? Well, Ambit Energy is one of just a few, I mean just a handful, less than a handful of companies after being ranked number one to make the list again, and they did it in 2011, okay? So that's huge, and that's very, very powerful, and that's why we have top-notch people investing and becoming a major player or endorser of this company. The Hunt Wesson Oil family involved just sold a division of their company for $4 billion. The Carter family that owned the Dallas Mavericks prior to selling them to Mark Cuban are involved. Dr. John Maxwell, probably the most sought-after authority on the topic of leadership. For the first time in the 40-year history of his company, he's endorsed a company, and it's Ambit Energy. And probably the telltale indicator, and the one thing that got my attention that just blew my mind, was past vice chairman of the board and chief operating officer of TXU, the largest electricity company in Texas, not only retired, but he invested in Ambit Energy. Now, when the competition invests in us, that's a hint and a clue. So I hope you grasp what I'm telling you. This is not some little Mickey Mouse thing that you're looking at. This company's setting records. They're expected to hit $1 billion with a B in revenue faster than Apple, Microsoft, Walmart, and Dell, and you could not be looking at this at a better time. So a lot of powerful things are happening. So what does this mean to you, and how can you plug in and take advantage of it? Well, deregulation opens the window, and here's some information about the industry. Energy monopolies are being broken up, so customers have a right to choose who their electricity and natural gas providers are, and that means the timing is absolutely perfect. The United States of America makes up a $500 billion a year industry in this marketplace alone, and right now we're in the states that are orange right here, with Texas being electricity only, residential and small commercial. We then went into New York, Illinois, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Washington, D.C. with natural gas and electricity in certain areas there. We opened up California with natural gas in the PG&E area marketplace. That's expected to expand. Folks, you're going to see this map turn more and more orange, and this is why I'm telling you timing is perfect. Right now alone, these orange states make up $64.7 billion market, okay, with 48.2 million potential customers, and we have less than 3% market share, which means 97 out of 100 people don't even know we exist, and we're losing ground. They're opening up markets faster than we can sign people up. They're putting meters in Texas 6 times faster than we can sign them up. I mean, it's just perfect timing, okay? This is the first page that got my attention because nothing changes for the customer. Before deregulation occurred, one company could do all 3 aspects of this, but now since it's deregulated, they said you can only pick one aspect, and they all jumped here because they wanted to bill you for it and have less headache. So there's companies out there, in a nutshell, that generate the electricity and natural gas. They ship it down the grid or the pipes to the delivery company. In Texas, where I'm located, that delivery company is known as Encore. In Houston, it's CenterPoint. If you're in New York, Illinois, Maryland, I mean, it's the same delivery company you're using right now. It's the same meter reader. It's the same everything. The only thing that changes is the logo on the bill turns orange, and the check the customer writes is for less money, which got my attention. The savings and customer rewards, the beautiful thing about this is we get paid on the perfect product, okay? Everybody uses it. There's no cost to switch, and nothing changes for the customer. Like I said, all they're doing is paying less for a service they have to pay for anyway, which makes this the perfect business for business owners because we don't have inventory. We don't have pills, potions, powders, and lotions. Buy a lot, let it rot in the garage. I mean, I don't have kilowatts on my person. I don't have them in my trunk of my car. I don't have them stacked up in the garage. We don't have inventory. I'm not bashing those inventory or product-driven companies. There's a lot of top-notch companies out there. We just have a huge advantage because we don't have that headache, okay? Which also eliminates the salesmanship aspect, okay? I don't have to sell you on the fact that you need electricity or natural gas, especially when you already have it, okay? I just want you to pay less for it, and you know, that's perfect, okay? Now, I don't have to deliver anything. The delivery companies continue to do that. If the storm blows the lines over, they come out and fix them. So I don't even have to do that. I don't have to collect money. Ambit does that. So all of the headaches of a typical business are eliminated. Ambit Energy does all of the heavy lifting. And I'll add one more no, and it's also positive. That's no employees. So I don't have anybody calling me saying, hey, I can't come into work today, my child's sick or what have you. All the headaches eliminated. The savings are impressive. I'm actually saving family members up to 68%. What we're seeing an average savings of 43% in the TXU marketplace here in Texas. That savings will fluctuate depending on where the customer's located, but the savings are impressive. We have a satisfaction guarantee, which basically says if the light so much as flickered during the switchover process, Ambit will pay that first month's bill, no questions asked, and they've never had to do that. We just went past 1 million customers, and we've never had to make good on that guarantee, basically due to that customer care and billing platform that's been patented that Ambit has. We're also Green E certified, which means if a customer is environmentally conscious, we have a green product that is certified to be green, and they just pay less for it. But every customer also gets a welcome gift for enrolling. It's a 3-day, 2-night stay at one of 25 resorts across the country in Mexico. Closest place to us in Texas, San Antonio. Customer can literally go down to the Riverwalk, stay 3 days, 2 nights on Ambit for saving money on a bill they have to pay anywhere. I mean, these are really, really nice locations. Las Vegas, Tahoe, Reno, Orlando, Atlantic City. I mean, you name it, the top-notch destinations are on there, and every customer gets that free just for signing up and saving money. There's also monthly travel reward points, which basically work like credit card miles or air miles. Ambit gives every customer 2,000 points when they sign up, and then they earn a point per kilowatt or 10 points per therm of natural gas that they use, and they can trade these in on cruises, airplane tickets, spa packages, golf getaways, all kinds of things. It's very, very nice packages, and these are obviously accumulating anyway month after month after month. But here's where it really gets exciting with the customer referral program. Ambit gives every customer a free website, and it's easy to get to. It's basically their account number.joinambit.com. And Ambit says if you'll refer 5 customers to that free little website that sign up for Ambit service, which takes about 5 minutes each, we're going to give you your choice of another exciting travel package. And these are cruises, all kinds of excursions and stuff. So you can go to ambittravel.com and check all of that out. But the game changer, folks, is free electricity. Ambit says if you'll do that 10 more times for a total of 15 customers to your free little website, now we'll give you energy credits up to and including free energy. And this applies to not only electricity but natural gas customers and works the same exact way. I'm going to use electricity as an example. Obviously, Ambit knows who sent the customer to them by the website in which the customer signed up through. And so they can take these customers' bill, add them together, divide by the total customers, and come up with an average bill amount. And whatever that average bill amount is, they take that amount and apply a customer referral credit to the referring customer's bill. And they do this every month because these customers pay their bill every month. They're saving money, they get free trips, free travel reward points, and all of these customers get free websites to go out and get free electricity and free trips as well. Okay? So they're now referring people. But let's just say you have a $200 electricity bill. The average of your 15 customers here have a $200 electricity bill. Ambit applies a $200 customer referral credit to your bill. Now that's a wash, and all you're paying is the delivery fee and taxes. Now, folks, this is huge. This is a form of residual income in and among itself. I mean, it's just powerful. Can you imagine never having to pay an electricity bill ever again? Me and my wife have not paid an electricity bill in 4.5, almost 5 years now due to this program. And it's month after month after month. Now, most people cannot grasp this, but I put a copy of my bill in here at the request of some other people that wanted to see it. Here's my name, customer since July the 10th, day 1, okay? The reward points are being tracked. Here's the March bill of 2012, $7.73 for February. Add the credit for March, $8.19 for March. April, points go up, $8.63. And then some folks started saying, you know, yeah, that's all really fine and dandy, John, but these are the cool months in Texas, and you're not using very much electricity more than likely. And I said, okay, then I'll put the hottest month in here. This is my September bill that came in for August, which last time I checked is hot, okay? And when you look at my August or September bill for the August usage, $14.69 for almost 3,000 kilowatts of usage. When you add my entire year worth of electricity together, it's less than $120. Folks, that's powerful. And every one of my customers that I referred can go out and do the exact same thing because they all have free websites. And that brings us to the money and how you can get paid and change your life. You have the power in your hands, and here's the Ambit opportunity in our marketing model. Instead of spending millions of dollars a day in advertising hoping to get a customer, they insert us into the equation. We go out and tell a handful of people, friends and family, people we know, love, and trust, how to pay less on a bill they have to pay anyway. They're saving money. They're happy. That's why all these folks are smiling down here. They pay their bill, which makes Ambit money. Now they're happy. And then they pay us for sending them the customer. Now we're happy. That's a win-win-win scenario, and that's a happy business, okay? And the beautiful thing about Ambit is you're already doing what it is we do. You're just not getting paid for it. We all recommend cheaper gas, great music, good movies, nice restaurants, TV shows, social media. We just don't get paid for the referral, and we want to fix that. To own and operate your own Ambit Energy business is a one-time fee of $429 with no annual renewal. Now, I want to really hammer this home so you understand this is not a job. This is a business, and you can't open the snow cone stand for $429, and it's a one-time fee. When Ambit launches into these other states like they're doing, they don't send you another invoice for $429 for each state. That's a one-time fee that takes you wherever Ambit decides to go in this country or in other countries, and there's no franchise fees or renewals. I've got a friend that has a Century 21 franchise. They pay over $20,000 a year just so they can say they're Century 21. We don't have that fee. One-time fee, and your only overhead is $24.95 a month for a personal business building system that is equivalent to having a $50,000 a year personal assistant. Now, here's what you get for this. You never have to do webinars. You never have to do presentations because you get a website that does this presentation for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 a year, okay? You also get website for signing up your customers. But you get this back office system known as Power Zone that's tracking your business in real time. There's actually a module in here known as Ambit University for training and getting you up and rolling and making money and showing you how to do this the correct way from day one. And there's training videos in here. It's tracking your business and showing you what your commission check's going to be on Friday and the following Friday, and it's giving you those. It's also going to show you what you get paid on the 15th of the month. It's tracking your customers, your consultants, and your consultants' customers all in real time. There's also full marketing material, full color marketing material in here. All you have to do is type your name and contact information on and hit print. All of that for 3 trips to Starbucks, okay? And it's a tax write-off, which brings us to the other benefits of owning your own business. It will fit into any schedule. I don't care how busy you are, okay? I'm a walking, living, breathing example of that. The tax benefits are incredible, but the income potential is truly unlimited. So, making the decision to get started, you have to ask yourself 2 questions. What's in it for me, and can I do it? Well, we only do 2 simple things, and one of the 2 things is gather a handful of loyal customers, people we know, love, and trust. All right? Here's how that sounded at my house. Grandma, I need your help. I need you to do me a favor, and if it doesn't cost you any money to help me and you're not inconvenienced in any way and you're even going to save money that you're already spending, would you help me by being my customer and help me put your great-grandson through college without taking out student loans? And she said, what do I have to do? I said, just keep using electricity and pay less for it. I've teamed up with the 7-Eleven family who started an electricity company, and all I need you to do is keep paying your electricity bill. Just pay less for it and be my customer instead of the Reliant rep that you can't even name. And I'll even give you a free trip for doing it and some other perks and incentives, but it would help me put Matthew through college without taking out student loans. And she signed up. That's how simple that is. We did that a handful of times. We were done. The second thing we do, and not necessarily in this order, is get other people started doing the exact same thing. And here's how you're going to promote and earn money with Ambit Energy. Now, you saw that there's an upfront cost expenditure and a monthly fee to own and operate your own business. Now, I want to show you how to make that back this week and a profit, okay? And here's our simple success formula called 526. The 5 is get 5 personal customer points. Now, they're going to spot you 2 customers for having that personal business building system. Let's say you go out and do what I did, sign up yourself and grandma within 4 weeks. Ambit would pay you $100 if those customers are Texas customers. And they give you 4 weeks to do that, okay? Now, here's what's really awesome. whatever's in the system by Friday at midnight, the check's cut the following Friday. So if you got involved today and did this by Friday at midnight, that check is cut next Friday. Now, if the customers are in other markets other than Texas, they say you need one more customer point for a total of 5, and we'll pay you that $100. But there's the 5 points of the 526, okay? Now, I also want to expound on this. You're going to get credit for your customers' referrals as if you sign these people up yourself. Now, why would your customers be referring customers? Well, you remember that free little website I mentioned earlier? In the free trips and the free electricity? That's why they will refer people. And so let's just say you signed up Grandma, but she referred somebody at her bridge club, and you never met this person, but she sent them to her free little website, and it gives you credit for that customer as if you signed them up yourself. What if your grandmother wanted free electricity and she went and told 15 people? Well, now when you add yourself and the 2 points for the website, now there's 19 customer points. And any of these referrals count as your points. And you only need 20 points in your Ambit lifetime to get paid all of the money I'm going to share with you in this presentation. But there's the 5 points of the 526. Now the 2, get 2 consultants started, okay? Let's say you flip-flop this and you're showing this to me. I get in as a consultant, sign up myself and Grandma within 4 weeks. I make 100. You make a matching 100. Once again, if these customers are in Texas. Add 1 more point if they're in other markets, okay? So I would make 100. They pay you a matching $100 when I did that. If you could do that once, would you do it twice? Well, let's say you show it to your friend Ron. Ron signs himself up, his next door neighbor, within 4 weeks. He makes 100. You make a matching 100. All right, if the customers are in another marketplace, add 1 extra customer out here, okay? Now, for the sake of this presentation, I'm just going to keep this Texas specific. Get with the person that got you on this webinar if you're in other markets, but the money's very similar. It's just slightly different if you're in other markets. But for the sake of time, I'm going to keep this Texas specific. And they're running a promotion right now that is doubling this money, and you have the ability to take advantage of it, okay? And it's a 50% bonus if the customers are in other markets besides Texas. So here's the deal. The only thing better than this money is doubling it. And Ambit says if you'll go out or your customer goes out and just gets 1 more customer point for a total of 6 points if they're Texas customers, or 7 points if they're in other markets, we're going to pay you $200 for doing that, or $150 if the customers are in other markets besides Texas. So Texas customers, that's $200, okay? Now, do you think me and Ron would like to double our money? Of course we would. So I went out and signed up my mother-in-law and brother-in-law. Okay, that's 6 points. Within 4 weeks, they double my 100 to 200. They doubled your matching 100 to 200. Ron does the same thing. They double his 100 to 200. They double your matching 100 to 200. Right there, you made $600, and last time I checked, that's a profit. You've made your money back. You're free and clear and profitable. Only good things happen after that, okay? And what if you did that by Friday at midnight? Would having $600 coming back next Friday be okay? Well, there's the 2 of the 526, and I've never met a human that cannot do this, okay? You could be in a coma and get that done, especially if we're helping you do it. The 6 is develop a team of 6, and your 2 can count as 2 of the 6. So if me and Ron, in a perfect world scenario, each went out and got 2 of our friends started in the business, that's a team of 6. You can sign up all 6 yourself. It can happen in any configuration, but the minimum requirement, you have to sponsor 2 yourself. So there's 526. You just gave yourself a promotion, and now you're known as a regional consultant. You just gave yourself a 55% pay raise. What does that mean? Well, let's say you go out now and you show this to Dan and Stan. Dan and Stan go out, get a couple of customers. They each make 100. You make 100 plus a $55 regional consultant bonus for $155 for Dan, $155 for Stan. Now, do you think Dan and Stan would like to take advantage of the current promotion? Of course they would. So they go out and get a couple extra customers to either double their money or add a 50% bonus to it if the customers are in other markets. So, I mean, they do that, but Ambit doubles your money if they're Texas customers, or a 50% bonus. So let's just say they're all Texas customers. Now that's $310 for Dan, $310 for Stan. But now every time Dan and Stan start to share this business with their sphere of influence and consultants come in underneath them, to infinity, and they just sign up themselves and mom as a customer, you're going to make a $55 regional consultant bonus every time that happens. Now, what if you had 10 consultants coming in here per month or per week or per day? What if some of these consultants were taking advantage of this current promotion that's doubling that 55 to 110? Folks, that's serious money, and that's paid to unlimited depth and never stops. Next position, senior consultant, they add 80 on top of the 55. Now when you get somebody started that gets a couple of customers, they make 100, you make 235, or double that, okay, 470. And up to 135 or 270 a clip every time a consultant comes in underneath this group. This group's still going, the regional consultant group, and your original group is still growing. Next position is executive consultant, and the next position on top of that's national consultant. More money on top of more money. All of these are working the exact same way simultaneously to unlimited depth, and this is mind-blowing bonus money. It's paid out every Friday on the previous week's effort, but as impressive as these bonuses are, that is not what excited me. I got excited over residual income. You see, in real estate, every time I sold a house, I was unemployed until I sold another one. And when I saw the ability to do the work once and get paid over and over and over again, I couldn't sleep. This is our 7-level compensation plan. And this is Texas. Other markets, remember, slightly different. Get with the person that got you on this webinar. But it's very similar. Let's just say everybody within this sound of my voice on this webinar can go get 3 people started. We've personally gotten 40 started just for comparison purposes. We're saying you can get 3 in your lifetime. Those 3 consultants would be on your first level. We teach those 3 to go duplicate the same process, and through 7 levels, you would have 3,279 consultants. Let's say you can, go, in your lifetime, get 20 customer points, and remember, your customers' referrals count towards these points. But let's just say your 3 don't even want free electricity, and they're half as good as you. They get 10 customers each. Through 7 levels, that would be 32,810 customers. Ambit says the more the customer uses, the more we will pay you. They break it into bands. Band 1 says all of these people using very little electricity or natural gas, living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Here's the Band 1 payout. They will pay out up to Band 5, which is 5 times the money of Band 1. Now, not everybody's a Band 5 customer, not everybody's a Band 1 customer, but I'm just going to stick with Band 1 for worst case scenario here. And let's just say all of these people pay their bill in a given month. Ambit says when they pay their bill, we will pay you your residual commission on the 15th of the following month on all of these customers. And so let's just say they paid their bill this month. Ambit on the 15th of next month would send you $57,844. Now, these people pay their bill next month. That's $57,844 per month. Now, can you live off of that? I mean, I know, budget, pace yourself, get you a Dave Ramsey financial course, and you know, that is life-changing, blow your mind money, and most people cannot fathom this. So, Ambit realizes this and realizes that most people cannot fathom making more than twice their current income. So let's just break this down and really get it scary real. Let's say you can go get you 20 customer points. You can get 3 people started and teach that to duplicate. That would be your 3,279 down there in consultants. But let's just say not everybody goes and gets 20 customer points. They don't even get 10. Let's just say they sign up themselves and mama. Let's just say they get 2 customers in their lifetime and they're one of them. Well, that would be 6 customers on level 1 down through 7 levels. That's 6,578 customers. Let's just say they all live in a 1-bedroom apartment with an extra $11,571 passive recession-proof residual income coming in on the 15th of every month to be life-changing. What if you love doing what you do? Keep doing it. Would that money on top of your current check be okay? But folks, that's like having $3 million in the bank after taxes drawn at the rate of 5% interest. And you couldn't keep it from growing if you wanted to, because all of these people have a free website and free electricity at stake, and some of them are telling people, and they're generating even more customers for you. And due to this, me and my wife will have more customers in our business by the end of this webinar than we had when it started. And if that's all there was to it, we were in, but then they sprung this page on us. And folks, this is scary money. This is like owning your own toll road. When you get promoted to these leadership positions known as regional consultant and all these other positions, not only are you going to get those bonuses I shared with you several slides back, but you're going to get paid 7 levels across the board here, and Ambit's going to pay you an extra 25 cents per customer generated by any of the regional consultants in your regional consultant line of business, or any of the consultants in your regional consultant line of business. To infinity, this never stops. Senior consultant line of business, they're going to pay you up to 75 cents extra per customer generated by any of these consultants. Executive consultants up to $1.50 extra per customer generated by these consultants, and up to $2 per customer here. All of this working at the same time. It's like owning your own toll road. And if I was to take you to the closest toll road at that multi-lane toll plaza, and those vehicles are zipping through there all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I said, you know what, if you'll just pay a one-time fee of $429 and just pay $24.95 a month to keep these scanners working so that whenever a vehicle drives through here, it'll zap a tag in the windshield of that vehicle, deduct 25 cents from that pre-set up bank account of that customer, and deposit it into your bank account in real time, how many of you would be in the toll road business? Well, what if I said I'd make it 75 cents a vehicle if they go through lane 2, $1.50 through lane 3, $2 through lane 4? What if I said I'd throw in every toll road in Texas, New York, Illinois, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Washington, D.C., California, any other future state they open up? What if I said I'd throw in other countries when they open those up? Folks, that's scary, and that's paid to unlimited depth because they're only having to pay it to one person, and that's absolutely generational wealth type money. So why does Ambit work? It's a service, not a product. Unconsciously purchased, habitually used. I don't care how bad the economy gets. People are going to pay their electricity bill. It's the power of part-time, and it generates a lucrative compensation plan. I'll give you a quick example before we end this webinar of the power of part-time. I was called to look at a house, and I talked real estate with this couple at their kitchen table for an hour. At the end of that 1 hour real estate appointment, the husband followed me out to my car and said that he had been considering getting his real estate license for over a year and a half. Would I recommend it? I said, are you passionate about real estate, or are you asking me because you want to make money? And he said, I want to make money. I said, I've got a lot better way to make a lot more money with a lot less startup costs. Would you watch a 20-minute video? He watched the 20-minute video. He got started, and that 20-second conversation has put over 2,000 customers in my business. Now, was that worth 20 seconds of my day at an appointment I was on anyway? I've done that at the Little League games. I've done that at football games. I've done it at school functions. I've done it at restaurants. I've done it family reunion. I take Ambit with me wherever I go. I don't go out to do Ambit. That's the point of my saying that earlier. You're already doing what it is we do. You're just not getting paid for it, and we want you to fix that. The compensation plan is lucrative. Our #1 money earners making over right at $500,000 a month. You could be 1% that good. That's still a lot of money, okay? So it's as lucrative as you want to get. The timing is perfect. It's the largest industry to ever deregulate. It's going to deregulate once, and you're sitting smack dab at the very beginning of it, and the system is proven. If you're coachable, you're fixing to make money. You can even do this wrong long enough, and you're still going to make money. I highly recommend you be coachable and do the system that's proven, and let us help you do that. And I highly recommend that you take advantage of this current promotion where you can literally make your money back in a profit by next Friday. Join Ambit Energy. Become your own first customer if you can be a customer. Not only save money, but make money off your bill. Take control of your financial future. Get your questions answered. Folks, this is huge. This is the best business decision and the best financial freedom vehicle in the free enterprise system. I hope you see what we see. Thank you for your time.